It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Lawrence going to put it up right away. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. These two teams, they met earlier in the year in Jacksonville with the Jags coming out on top. So a win here in Houston would give them the season sweep. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Lawrence to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. We're always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here, going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 30. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
On first down, Lawrence. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against an interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. 2nd and 9. Stroud to throw it. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Chad Muma fighting all the way through and getting the sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And that one never got off the ground. He's going to be stopped up well behind the line of scrimmage. The Texans send the punter out. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. On the return is Jones. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 34.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. Bigsby will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Stroud now on 1st and 10. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Devon Hamilton forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
Well, they've got the lead, but it's certainly not a big one. And how do you keep control of that lead? Certainly not by that last play there. They gave up a big sack on the first play of this drive. Now it's double the distance to the 1st down marker.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. He's to the 10. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
That's a 1st down and goal at the 1-yard line.
The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. Lawrence will throw. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Okay, so he stepped foot out of bounds. Charles came back in first to touch it, and they got him for a legal touch it.
Yeah, and you know it doesn't matter either, Brandon. Catch it, don't catch it. If you're the first to touch it, that's going to draw a flag.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Lawrence. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no thought of a return here for Hines.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And they'll go right back to Pierce. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Jags, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Pierce will try to pick it up. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
Well, that was big right there, because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll change things up. Stroud will throw it. And he will slide to a hold at the end of that one. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the 1st down.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. On the bootleg, Stroud. They'll roll him out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this Jaguar defense. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but they have any hopes of making waves in January. They've got to improve in this area.
Here's 2nd and 10. Stroud. His throw incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10. And Stroud now to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Rocky started throwing the football. He's missed now on his first 4 attempts.
I'm eager to see what his demeanor is going to be from this point forward, because the best ones, they missed the first 15 attempts, and they think they're going to hit the next 15. Let's see if he has that type of an attitude.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 49 yards.
A 49-yard gain on the play. And the Jaguar 1st down.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marquise Brown, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. McManus's point after is good, and it's now 21-0.
Texans nothing. Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On the draw, here's Stroud. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 21-0 our score after one. Second and 7. Throwing now is Stroud. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Second and 5. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
From the gun on third down, here's Stroud. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Foyesade Oluokun able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Now it's second and 10. Another run by Bigsby. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And this returnable for Hines. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now, start your comeback, but you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 5. Now Stroud. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Stroud looking to throw. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield at man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Second and 10. Now it's Hines. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
3rd down at 6. Here's Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 38-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
1st and 10, it's Stroud. He's got a man. It's his fullback. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Down to the 22-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Stroud. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now here's Stroud on 3rd down. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And this one is right through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27.
First down, Jaguars.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Man open. Here is Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Lawrence. And this is caught. It's Brown. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st down, Lawrence. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And the Texans are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Lawrence's pass. The Texans go on 37-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They run with Hines. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's 3rd and 9. Stroud to throw it. Taking a shot for Dell here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Here's Jones on the return. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line.
Ready?
On first down, here's Stroud. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Stroud, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
That feels like...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Back to throw. Stroud, right side, completes to Mechie. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Jones on the return. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
This is 2nd and 8. Now Lawrence. Completes it to Evan Ingram. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 27 yards there, a first down.
A gain of 27 on the play. First down, Jaguars.
All right, let's go.
Lawrence will throw. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Lawrence to throw. He's got Burton here. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Again, it's Lawrence. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
On second down, it's Stroud. And this is going to be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Stroud on third down now. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Andre Cisco. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now McManus for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35, Texans 3.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He might score. He will score. Touchdown, Texans.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
Well, he fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it. And you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone. And that's exactly why he did.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Another tote for Etienne. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's a 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap and again to Etienne.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. From the gun, Bigsby. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. That's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following A 7-yard return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the...
Second down and 6 now.
19 Tigers. Buffalo 18.
A shotgun snap to Stroud.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Running out of the gun with Etienne.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one. Tackle there by Michael Pierce.
And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run, the best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And they will take over first and 10.
47-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. There he goes left side. spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
McManus's point after is good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
3rd and 9 here. And Bigsby once more.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now Stroud.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season, but on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Jacksonville,
they improved to 14-2 with still one game left to be played in this regular season.
Tiger.